The power of choice. You know what? I've been standing here thinking about all those messages we receive every single day. Find your soulmate. Don't be alone. You need somebody to complete you. Let me tell you something straight from the heart. That's all noise, pure noise that drowns out the most important voice you'll ever hear. Your own. I've lived on both sides of this coin. I've been in relationships where I thought completion came from another person, and I've lived alone where I discovered that wholeness was already within me. And let me tell you without hesitation, living alone isn't just good, it's absolutely magnificent. It's not emptiness waiting to be filled. It's freedom in its purest, most powerful form. Look at your life right now. Really look at it. Every morning when you wake up, that first moment of consciousness belongs entirely to you. Every decision you make throughout the day, from the smallest choice about what coffee to brew, to the biggest decisions about your future, they're all yours. That television remote control sitting on your coffee table, nobody's wrestling you for it. That last slice of pizza in the refrigerator, it's all yours, and you don't have to feel guilty about enjoying it. But I'm not talking just about these small daily freedoms, though they matter more than most people realize. I'm talking about something much bigger, something that reaches into the very core of who you are as a human being. When you live alone, you're gently but firmly forced to face yourself. There's no hiding behind someone else's shadow, no using another person as your emotional crutch, no deflecting your own growth onto someone else's journey. It's just you, standing tall, facing the world head-on with courage and authenticity. You know what happens in many relationships? People slowly start losing themselves without even realizing it's happening. They forget who they were before that relationship began, what dreams they carried, what passions drove them forward. Simple questions like, what movie do you want to watch? Gradually transform into, what movie would they enjoy? Where you want to eat for dinner becomes where they prefer to go. Bit by bit, piece by piece, you start chipping away at the beautiful sculpture of who you are until you're left wondering where you went. Living alone. That's when you truly rediscover your voice. That's when you remember what makes you uniquely you. You learn to fix things that break, not because you have to prove your independence, but because you realize you're more capable than you ever imagined. You learn to handle problems with grace and wisdom. Most importantly, you learn that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means being complete, whole, and self-sufficient in the most empowering way possible. Some folks will tell you, but what about coming home to someone special? Well, let me paint you a different picture. What's better than coming home to someone? Coming home to peace. Coming home to a space that reflects exactly who you are without compromise or explanation. Coming home to an environment where you can truly be yourself, completely and unapologetically, without needing to adjust your personality to match someone else's expectations or moods. Think about it honestly. Relationships often become this exhausting game of constant negotiation. Can I do this? Should I do that? Will this decision upset them? Will that choice cause an argument we'll both regret later? It's mentally and emotionally draining, like walking on eggshells in your own life. When you live alone, the only person you need to negotiate with is yourself. And let me tell you, that's the most important and productive negotiation you'll ever engage in. Consider your personal growth for a moment. When you're in a relationship, it's often like running a three-legged race. You might be ready to sprint toward your goals, but you have to match someone else's pace, wait for their readiness, or compromise your timing. Living alone, you run at your own speed, set your own pace, and reach your destinations on your own timeline. Want to learn Spanish at 3 in the morning because inspiration struck? Do it. Want to rearrange your entire apartment at midnight because you finally figured out the perfect layout? Go ahead. Want to eat breakfast for dinner because it sounds delicious? Nobody's there to judge your choices. If you enjoyed this perspective and want to explore more insights about living life on your own terms, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more empowering content. Building your foundation. People often ask about support systems, as if living alone means cutting yourself off from the world. Let me break this down for you with absolute clarity. The strongest support system you can possibly have is the one you build intentionally for yourself. These are friends who choose to be in your life, not because they have to be, not because they're obligated through romantic connection, but because they genuinely want to share in your journey. These are family members who respect your choices and celebrate your independence. Most importantly, this support system includes that unshakable inner strength that comes from knowing, deep in your bones, that you can handle anything life decides to throw your way. I see people rushing into relationships all the time, and when I really listen to their reasons, it often comes down to fear. They're afraid of being alone, afraid of what others might think, afraid of Friday nights with no predetermined plans stretching out before them like empty canvases. But let me share something profound with you. Those Friday nights alone can become the most transformative, growth-filled moments of your entire life. That's when you learn to genuinely enjoy your own company. That's when you discover passions you never knew existed. That's when you build the unshakable foundation of who you truly are, beneath all the social expectations and cultural noise. You know what's genuinely beautiful about living alone? The silence. Not the empty, echoing kind of silence that feels hollow, but the peaceful, nurturing kind that allows you to hear your own thoughts clearly. The kind where you can actually listen to what your heart is trying to tell you without the constant background noise of someone else's drama, opinions, or need to fill every quiet moment with conversation. In this silence, you discover parts of yourself that have been waiting patiently to be acknowledged and embraced. Let's talk honestly about money, because financial independence is one of the most underrated benefits of solo living. When you live alone, every financial decision is entirely yours to make. No more arguing about unnecessary expenses that someone else considers essential. No more compromising on your savings goals because someone else has different financial priorities. No more splitting bills with someone who has completely different spending habits or financial values. Your money, your rules, your financial future, and your peace of mind about every dollar you earn and spend. Now, let's address head-on this persistent myth about loneliness that society uses to frighten people away from solo living. Here's a truth that many people don't want to acknowledge. Being in a relationship doesn't guarantee you won't feel lonely. In fact, feeling lonely while lying next to someone who's supposed to understand you, that's one of the most devastating kinds of loneliness there is. But when you live alone, you learn to address loneliness directly and honestly. You develop real, lasting solutions instead of temporary fixes that depend on another person's availability or mood. Your career absolutely soars when you live alone. And here's why. Your focus becomes completely undivided. Your professional energy isn't scattered between your ambitions and someone else's needs or schedule. Want to work late on a project that excites you? No one's sitting at home with dinner getting cold, building resentment about your dedication. Want to take that amazing job opportunity across the country or even overseas? No one's career is competing with yours for priority. Your professional growth becomes truly unlimited, bounded only by your own imagination and effort. Health and fitness transform completely when you live alone. Your meal planning reflects your nutritional goals, not someone else's food preferences or bad habits. Your workout routine happens on your schedule, at your intensity level, focused on your personal fitness objectives. No one's bringing home tempting junk food that derails your healthy eating plan. No one's disrupting your sleep patterns with different bedtime preferences or habits. No one's negative health choices influencing yours through daily proximity. You're in complete, empowering control of your physical and mental well-being. Your personal space becomes something truly special when you live alone. Your home transforms into your sanctuary, and everything in it reflects who you are at your core. Every corner tells your authentic story, not a compromised version edited for someone else's comfort. The energy in your space is exactly what you want it to be: pure, uncompromised, and authentically yours. You can create an environment that nurtures your soul and supports your dreams without having to justify your choices to anyone. Time management becomes an art form you master completely. No more coordinating schedules like you're running a small business. No more waiting for someone else to get ready when you want to leave. No more sitting through television shows you absolutely hate just to make someone else happy or avoid conflict. Your time becomes truly, completely yours, and you learn to use it wisely, purposefully, and joyfully. Every minute becomes an investment in your own growth, happiness, and fulfillment. Share this message with someone who might need to hear it today. And don't forget to leave a comment below about your own experiences with solo living. The complete you. Here's something people don't discuss nearly enough. The relationship you develop with yourself when you live alone becomes absolutely rock solid. You learn to trust your instincts completely because you're not constantly second-guessing yourself based on someone else's opinions or reactions. You understand your true worth because you're not measuring it against someone else's validation or approval. And when you know these fundamental truths about yourself, you stop accepting anything less than you genuinely deserve in every area of your life. Some people will try to convince you that something's fundamentally wrong with you for choosing to live alone. They'll give you those pitying looks that suggest you're somehow broken or incomplete. They'll try to set you up on dates with people you have nothing in common with. They'll say things like, "You just haven't found the right person yet," as if your happiness is somehow on pause until the magical relationship appears. But here's the liberating truth that will set you free. You've already found the right person to build a life with. It's you. Living alone teaches you self-reliance in the most empowering way imaginable. When something in your home breaks, you learn to fix it or find the right person to help you. When problems arise in your life, you develop the skills and confidence to solve them effectively. When important decisions need to be made, you make them with wisdom and conviction. This builds a kind of unshakable confidence that no relationship can ever give you because it comes from within. From your own proven capability and strength, the freedom you gain to pursue your interests becomes absolutely priceless. Want to fill your house with books from floor to ceiling? Do it without justification. Want to transform your living room into an art studio where creativity can flow freely? Go ahead and create your masterpiece. Want to practice musical instruments at hours that might seem unconventional? Get those soundproof panels installed and rock on. Your space operates under your rules, supporting your passions and dreams without compromise. Think about holidays and special occasions for a moment. Society places enormous pressure on having someone special during these times, as if being alone somehow diminishes the magic of celebration. But when you live alone, you create your own meaningful traditions that reflect your values and bring you genuine joy. You celebrate life entirely on your terms. No compromising on how to spend Christmas morning. No arguing about whose family to visit for Thanksgiving dinner. No pretending to enjoy traditions that don't resonate with your heart. Your celebrations become authentic expressions of gratitude and joy. Your emotional growth absolutely excels when you live alone, because you learn to process your feelings without depending on someone else to make you feel better or validate your experiences. You develop genuine emotional intelligence and resilience. You understand yourself on levels that many people never reach because they're too busy managing relationship dynamics. You become your own best friend, supporter, and source of comfort during challenging times. The peace of mind that comes with solo living is absolutely invaluable. No wondering if someone is being faithful to you or the relationship. No questioning whether they're really working late or being honest about their activities. No doubting their intentions or analyzing their behavior for hidden meanings. Just pure, simple trust in yourself and confidence in your own decisions and choices. When you live alone, your home becomes a direct reflection of your mental and emotional state. Clean space, clear mind. When you maintain your environment according to your standards and preferences, you create an atmosphere that truly nurtures your soul. No dealing with someone else's physical clutter that creates visual chaos. No managing someone else's emotional baggage that creates mental stress. Your space remains peaceful, organized, and supportive of your well-being. The skills you develop through solo living make you a remarkably stronger, more capable person. Cooking meals that nourish your body and please your palate. Cleaning and maintaining your space to standards that make you proud. managing your finances with wisdom and foresight, handling emergencies with calm competence. You become capable in ways you never imagined possible. And these aren't just survival skills. They're life mastery skills that serve you in every situation you'll ever encounter. Some people ask about intimacy, as if living alone means cutting yourself off from meaningful connection. Let me share something profound. The most important intimacy you can ever develop is the one you have with yourself. Understanding your own thoughts and feelings completely, knowing your desires, dreams, and boundaries clearly, being completely comfortable in your own skin without needing external validation. That's real intimacy, the kind that makes every other relationship in your life more authentic and fulfilling. Living alone gives you the perspective to see relationships for what they truly are, not what movies and society suggest they should be. You understand that adding someone to your life should multiply your joy and expand your possibilities, not divide your peace or limit your potential. This clarity helps you make better choices if you do decide to share your life with someone in the future. The beauty of choosing solo living is that it's not a permanent, irreversible decision that closes doors forever. It's not about swearing off relationships or building walls around your heart. It's about choosing yourself first, building such a strong personal foundation that if you do decide to share your life with someone, it's because you genuinely want to enhance an already fulfilling life. Not because you need someone to complete you or fill an empty space. This journey you're on, this choice to live alone and thrive independently, it represents the highest form of self-respect and self-love. You're telling the world that you're enough, that you're complete, that you're worthy of a beautiful life exactly as you are. Stand firm in this choice, walk proud in your independence, and celebrate every day the freedom, growth, and authentic happiness that comes from living life entirely on your own terms. If this resonates with your journey, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss content that supports your path to authentic living. Your story of independence and self-discovery might just inspire someone else to embrace their own journey to freedom and fulfillment.